Hey, Coach, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. We will get started. Our first question will come from Rick Stroud.
Hey, Coach, if you could just update us on injuries. And I had a question about Jamel Dean. You said the other day he was foggy. Is he in concussion protocol or just ill?
No, it's considered an illness. He's out for this game. And we're still trying to figure out what it is.
Anybody else out, or is that it?
No, that's it for the game. You know, there'll be some game time guys, but that's it for out.
And with respect to, obviously we're talking to you on Zoom, which we prefer not to do, you two, because of the enhanced concussion protocols. Your team has to deal with that. We see what's happening around the league. How are your guys reacting to that? How do you think they will handle that?
Yeah, it's really no news for us. We've been doing a lot of these protocols anyway, on the road especially. And so for us, I welcome it. Our team knows how to do it. They conquered it last year and did a hell of a job with it. So it's really just whatever the league wants. We'll figure it out.
Thanks.
Next, we'll go to Greg Allman.
Hey, Bruce, I just want to ask you about safety in particular. With Jordan coming back, with Winfield kind of held up this week, just if you feel like you're okay with what you have, or if you need to elevate somebody like Warner or Cooper or somebody off the practice squad.
No, right now it looks like we'll be okay. It'll be a game time thing if we move anybody up.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
We'll go to Jenna Lane.
Hey, Coach. I know we didn't see him the last 2 days, but we did see him out there today with his helmet on. It looked like maybe he was able to practice Leonard Fournette. Could you just update us on the progress he was able to make today, if any?
Yeah, he practiced full and looked okay.
How are you feeling about his likelihood of availability on Sunday?
No, he's not out.
So game time decision for him too?
No, he'll play.
Okay, thank you.
Next, we'll go to JC Allen. If any media have questions, please raise your hand.
Hey, Coach, I hate to kind of beat a dead horse here, but with Antonio Brown and Mike Edwards, will there be any possibility of a team-imposed fine or suspension just to kind of make sure the message is sent, especially with the COVID outbreaks that have been happening in the NFL?
No.
And then how do you keep your team focused and motivated? Obviously, you've got a great group and they all know, one team, one cause, but you said yourself, t-shirt and hat game. It's the Saints who you haven't been able to beat in the regular season. How do you keep them focused on the task at hand other than thinking about the bigger picture, which is that division title?
Yeah, you start thinking about other things, and you have to win next week. But we don't have any problem focusing for the Saints. That's for sure.
We'll go back to Rick Stroud.
Hey, Bruce, just from a timetable standpoint, I mean, you've said many times it could go either way with AB and such. And then you also kind of indicated maybe the decision would be before Sunday. Is it going to be met? And are there conditions of any kind that these guys have to clear, any hurdles or anything at all?
Not really. It's just a matter of making a statement, and whether I do it before this game or after, we'll wait and see. Right. But I don't want anything to be distracting from this game.
Gotcha.
We have time for a few more. Next, we'll go to John Ledyard.
Bruce, I know for a while there, Devin White was playing while not 100%, but I think you said this past week that he was back to himself. Is that what you saw when you watched the tape? Did you see kind of him being able to go full bore out there?
Yeah, no doubt. He was back to being Devin, that's for sure.
And in terms of Shaq Barrett, it seemed like last week was one of his better performances. You feel like I know he's not necessarily produced for this upcoming week.
Yeah, I think Shaq's been playing at a really high level for a while now, and getting a lot of pressures, and obviously a big strip sack in Indy, and then again last week. So yeah, Shaq's playing really, really well.
Thanks.
We'll go to Leo Haggerty.
Coach, on Fournette's TD, Donovan Smith, he steamrollers a DB 20 yards down the field. How impressive is it that a 300-pounder gets to that third level and throws that deciding block?
Yeah, that was big. That was big. I think all the offensive line guys like that one, and nobody liked it more than Leonard. But yeah, it ignited the sideline pretty good.
And last question will come from Jenna Lane.
Hey, Coach. I think Rick touched on this a little bit ago with the increased or the the heightened COVID protocols, but also it involves kind of an easier path for return to play. What are your thoughts on that, kind of lowering the threshold that would allow players to get back out on the field better or quicker? Do you think that that's a better move, or are you concerned about that at all?
No, I'm not concerned at all. If you're asymptomatic, you should be able to play.
Thank you.
All right, that's all we have time for. Appreciate you taking the time, Coach.
Thanks, guys.